Prime Minister!
Sir. The War Cabinet. Sir, they're waiting.
I'm due to address the Outer Cabinet.
When?
Now. I haven't spoken to them since the formation of the new government.
Prime Minister.
Good day, gentlemen. Oh, I'm about to speak to my Outer Cabinet in my rooms, and I extend the invitation to any of you who would care to join them. This afternoon, I shall address the House on the matter of our nation's security. At this very moment, the War Cabinet is drafting papers that lay out a willingness to enter into peace talks with Herr Hitler via his lackey, Mussolini. I have thought very carefully in these last days whether it was part of my duty to consider entering into negotiations with that man. But then I spoke with Oliver Wilson, Mrs. Jessie Sutton, Mrs. Abigail Walker, Marcus Peters, Morris Baker, Alice Simpson, and Miss Margaret Jerome. Brave, good, true citizens of this kingdom, and they argued strongly that it was idle to think if we tried to make peace now, we should get better terms than if we fought it out. The Germans, Mr. Baker felt, would demand, in the name of disarmament, our naval bases and much else, and I think he's right. Jessie Sutton, speaking for many, believes we would then become a slave state. A British government, which would be Hitler's puppet. A government set up under Mosley or some such person.
No.
And I joined with them in asking a further question, a question I now put to you. Where should we be at the end of all that? Some might benefit. I mean, the powerful might be able to parlay good terms preserved in their country, readouts out of sight of the swastika flying over Buckingham Palace, over Windsor, and draped on these very buildings.
Never!
So I come to you. I come to you to learn your minds in this brave hour. You see, it was pointed out to me by my new friends that you might even rise up and tear me down when I for one moment contemplate parley or surrender. Were they wrong? Were they wrong? Were they wrong? Thank you, then I have heard you. I have heard you. It appears to be your will also that if this Long Island story of ours is to end at last, then let it end only when each one of us lies choking in his own blood upon the ground.